The use of guns as a symbol of empowerment is standard in action films, and especially so in Aliens. Vasquez is a role model for Ripley in this respect. She may be a woman, but she carries the biggest gun and is the most fearless in battle. As Ripley attempts to recount her experience of the first film for the tactical benefit of the Marines, it's Vasquez who interrupts.
Look, man, I only need to know one thing. Where they are.
Yo, Vasquez, kick ass.
Anytime, anywhere, man.
Right.
It sounds corny, but by the end of the movie, Ripley has so completely conquered her fears that she could say the same thing. It's as if when Vasquez died, her courageous spirit suddenly possessed Ripley. And in parallel with Vasquez's use of giant guns, Ripley makes her own giant gun by taping a flamethrower and pulse rifle together. In our very first view of Vasquez, she is the first one out of the hyperbeds and has gone straight to doing pull-ups, suggesting that she has the strongest willpower of the bunch. Not like Hudson, whose macho talk is immediately betrayed by him moaning about the cold floor. In that first view of Vasquez flexing her muscles, she actually overlaps Ellen Ripley. There's the alter ego parallel right there visually. And her very first line of dialogue is a criticism of fearful Ripley.
Hey, mira, who's Snow White?
When we cut to the next scene, the composition begins with Vasquez overlapping Ripley again. Next up, the mission briefing. Vasquez is at the front, stood up, closer to Ripley than the others, and it's her who has the least patience with Ripley's anxiety. Everything about Vasquez so far consists of being tough and having no time for Ripley's emotional weaknesses. Red sweatband is a bit corny and of its time, but sure, okay. She does bring out a bit of Ripley's strength here though, and after this they have no more personality clashes. By the way, in this instance she called Ripley man.
Look, man, I only need to know one thing.
I know that's a slang term that can be addressed to anyone, but the same issue of women being in touch with their masculinity was raised here.
Hey, Vasquez, have you ever been mistaken for a man?
No. Have you?
And this line.
You sure wouldn't mind getting some more of that Arcturian poontang. Remember that time?
Yeah, bro, the one that you had was male.
It doesn't matter when it's Arcturian.
Oh, by the way, I've heard and read rumours that Lambert in the first movie was a transsexual, but I don't buy it. It's been claimed that the crew biographies in this scene say that she was born a male, but I can't see it. It appears to be something that was thrown in as some sort of printed extra in one of the later DVD sets to try and spice things up. I don't think it was part of the original Aliens film. Haircuts now. Vasquez and the other Marine women have very short hair. Vasquez is still a good looking woman though, and if you don't mind me saying, excellent jugs for a bodybuilder. Ripley has her hair both longer than theirs and shorter than it was in the first movie, so that's quite fitting because she embraces her masculine and feminine sides in this movie, as everybody should. Vasquez never really makes herself useful in a planning and logistical sense, but she doesn't really need to. She's basically present in the narrative as a role model for Ripley in terms of courage and strength. Ripley already had the brains, that wasn't her problem. Fear was the problem, and Vasquez helps her overcome it by example. Vasquez clearly racks up the largest alien body count in the movie, after Ripley that is, even physically wrestling an alien while shooting at it with a handgun. A precursor to Ripley's own wrestling of the alien queen. Part of me wanted Vasquez to survive the whole movie just to see how she and Ripley got on after the queen was defeated. Would Ripley be willing to humour Vasquez with a high five? Would they stay friends and go to the gym together? Probably not. But one thing's for sure, Vasquez would have a ton of respect for Snow White's inner strength.